So Pythagorean triples are three sides that always form a right triangle. I expect you to know these four. 3, 4, 5. So you can see pictures there. 3, 4, 5 always makes a right triangle, and that would be the side lengths. 5, 12, 13, 8, 15, 17, 7, 24, 25. And their multiples also work. So know the ones in yellow at least. If you know the ones in yellow, then what's really nice about this is that, and there's a few more, but those are the basic four. The multiples also work. So like I know that 7, 20, let's use 3, 4, and 5 always make a right triangle. But if you multiply it by 2, then you get 6, 8, 12. If you multiply by 3, you get 9, 12, 15. Or if you can keep going. Anything, any multiple of that, 4, 5, 6, 7, whatever you multiply by is going to get you another set of Pythagorean triples, which then you can use to solve without actually solving. It is obtuse. So that's the second one here. Then you have to square all the sides and tell me, okay, maybe you can look at this and know right away. 5, 12, 13 is a right triangle. It's a Pythagorean triple. But if you don't notice that, then you use so you're not looking at just the side lengths, you have to square them. So this is the theorems like I check a squared, b squared, c squared and see how they relate. That's c. Usually you'll see me put c on the left side just because then it's easier to tell like which is greater, smaller, that kind of stuff. So we'll do c, how does c squared relate to a squared and plus b squared? We're trying to check that. Okay, c squared here has to be the longest side, so 13 squared. And then a squared is 5 squared plus 12 squared. Oh, I should have had you get out that chart from yesterday. Maybe you have it out already. What's 13 squared without using a calculator? 169. And then 25 is 5 squared. What about 12 squared? 144. If you add up the left side or the right side, you get 169 is equal to 169. So what kind of triangle? No. This is a right triangle. So we're squaring the sides. That was to check and see what kind of triangle. If it is a triangle, just add it up. If we're squaring it, we're seeing what kind of triangle it is. Yes, this would make a triangle. 5 plus 12 is 17, which is greater than 13. And now you're checking to see what kind of triangle it is. Okay, so now 4, 6, and 8. 8 is your C. So figure out the relationship. C squared relates in what way to a squared plus b squared? Okay, so we're going to do 8 squared. And then 4 squared plus 6 squared. And see what the relationship is there. Get some numbers here. We're trying to figure this out. That is, what is 8 squared? So 64. 4 squared is 16. 6 squared is 36. So if you add those up, now we've got 64 is greater than 52. You can flip back to the previous page. If it's greater, if c squared is greater than a squared plus b squared, yeah. Okay, last one. Kind of like that. A triangle has side lengths of 5, 6, and 7. Again, please choose C. Make sure you know which one that is. It's not always listed third. So 7 squared, we want to see how the relationship is to 5 squared plus 6 squared. Can you please figure that out? So it'd be 49, 25, 36. 49 is, what is that? 41, 61, less than 61. You get 49 is less than 61 because smaller. So it's going to be acute. Here's a way you can remember this. I'm like, how am I supposed to remember the relationships? I would say, okay, C is your longest side. So that's what's determining, like, are we going like this or is it like this? So if it's smaller, then that longest side is smaller, which is going to pull the triangle in. So greater, obtuse, less, obtuse. So can you please try this? You have 3 pieces measuring 3, 5, and 6. Can you create a triangle with those 3 pieces? Can you even make a triangle? 3, 5, and 6. 6 is your longest side. Can you make a triangle with those 3? 3 plus 5 is 8. Is 8 greater than 6? Okay, so can you make a triangle? Yes. So yes. But now I want to know what kind of triangle it is. And so this is where you now take the longest side, 6, and see how it relates to the other 2. Squared. Okay, so 6 squared. How does it relate to 3 squared plus 5 squared? So that would be 36, 9, 25. What's the relationship there? 36 and 34. 36 is greater than 34. So 36 was your C squared. If it's greater, then what kind of triangle is it? It's obtuse, right? Because of C squared being greater than A squared plus B squared. Okay, this last little section, you're not going to do actually any Pythagorean theorem at all. We're going to use Pythagorean triples, which is what is awesome about it. 3, 4, 5, I caught a fish alive. 6, 8, 10, I threw it back again. 5, 12, 13. What's the answer to A? 13. Wow, you didn't have to solve. 5, 12, 13 always makes a right triangle. So if you see 5 and 12 as legs, then you know the hypotenuse has to be 13. So this is a Pythagorean triple, 5, 12, 13. If you cannot memorize these, which is like not a huge deal, you can always just do A squared plus B squared equals C squared, okay? I'm not going to be sad about that. But if you memorize it, it's faster. B is a little tricky because it's not one of those ones in the song. But flip to the previous page. Can you find where you see it on the chart? So 24, 26. Where is it? What's it a multiple of? 5, 12, 13. So what it is it's a multiple of 5, 12, 13 times what? 2. So if you multiply 5, 12, and 13 times 2, then you get 10, 24, 26. So what's your answer? X equals 10. If you are not following me, you always have permission to do A squared plus B squared equals C squared. It just takes longer, right? If you can recognize these answers though, like know the basic ones and know that the multiples also work, then you'll be faster. Okay, 16 and 20. Can you please look back at the chart in the previous page and see where you can find it? Okay, what is it a multiple of? It's 3, 4, 5. How many times did it get multiplied? It got multiplied by 4. Gets multiplied 4 times to get you 12, 16, and 20. So that basic one is a multiple. We have a multiple of 4, so what's our missing side? 12. If you were lost and you're like, I don't think I'm going to be able to do this, that's fine. A squared plus B squared equals C squared. Solve for your missing side that way. You're going to get the same answer. It's all good. Yeah, okay. So 5, 12, 13 is your basic one. And it gets multiplied by what? 10. Which would give you the 3 sides of 50, 120, 130. So which one are you missing? 130. So your answer is 130. Would it be a leg or a hypotenuse? Hypotenuse, because it's the longest side. This is why we love Pythagorean triples. It's just a little bit faster. Okay, another tricky one, 14 and 50. Flip to the previous page. See if you can figure out which of those four basic ones is it a multiple of. Okay, if I have 14 and 50, it's a multiple of which triple? 7, 24, and 25. You're going to hear me singing a lot. Get excited. Okay. What does it multiply by?
2.
Just 2. Weak. Okay. So it gets you 14, 48, and 50. Which one are you missing? 48. Is it a leg or hypotenuse? A leg. So because it's not the longest side. So your answer is 48 because that's the one you're missing. Can you please try and see if you can figure out the last two? 8, 15, 17. I decided to name it. Scaling. Okay, what did it get multiplied by?
3.
3. Which would get me 24, 45, and 51. You are missing 24. So 24 is a leg. Okay, and D, best one on the page. Got multiplied by quite a bit. Oh, it did. You don't see it directly on the chart, but it's a multiple of something. Anybody find it? 3, 4. It's 3, 4, 5. Got multiplied by what? 8 to get you 24, 32, and 40. You are missing 40. And so what kind of piece is it? Hypotenuse. So I know that's a little weird at first. Like I said, you're always welcome to use Pythagorean theorem, but I think triples are pretty important and make your life easier.